Hey AfterBuzzers, thank you so much for joining us for a new Imposters after show here at AfterBuzz TV. Tonight we're recapping Season 1, Episode 3, titled We Wanted Every Lie, and we have Katherine LaNassa in the studio, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Imposters After Show here at AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host Sam Davidson. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at SamD43. This awesome song was requested none other by Katherine LaNassa here. Thank you so much for being here. They're all wearing black and yellow, and I'm just like a leopard cheetah in the corner, but it's fine.
It's kind of black and yellow.
It is kind of actually black and yellow. Where can everyone find you on social media for those that don't know?
At Lady LaNassa.
Ooh, love
Lady
it.
LaNassa.
She's an awesome lady, guys. We've been chatting with her. We love her. One of the coolest ladies.
Thank you.
Actually, I hate the word ladies. Women. Correct. That's sexy
Very
women.
nice.
Sexy women.
Yeah.
Love
I'm
it.
a nasty woman.
Me too. Definitely on that. All right. Where can we find all these two ladies here on social media?
All these many two ladies.
Yes. All of these two ladies and the ghosts in the back.
Yeah,
Wait, they're women.
yes, we are women. Now we're all confused.
Ladies, women.
Well, hey guys, I'm so excited to have Katherine here. I'm so excited to talk about this episode. I'm Ally Nasta. You can find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at Ally Girl.
And you can find me on Mina Makes Magic on Instagram and Twitter.
And of course, guys, if you're in the live chat, we see Carly Tu Lee. She's very excited that Katherine is here.
All right.
So thank you for being here. And I mean, I just want to ask you a few questions before we start recapping the show. What's this like, kind of doing this new show and your role in it, and like, what's your favorite part about doing the show?
You know, they told me about it before we started. The producers wrote 5 episodes. Well, we had done the pilot, and then they wrote the next 4, and they told me everything that I was going to do. And I was literally in Italy in this hotel that it was like the most beautiful view I've ever had in my life, and it wasn't even expensive. And I don't even know. I was like, how am I here? And then they're telling me about this part. I'm like, what's going on in my life? I can't believe I get to do this. Because I didn't know, you know. I knew we were going into a new con, but I didn't know what I was going to get to do. So just getting to play a Polish housekeeper as well as the con artist, and the character with the con artist I really love. And then you see a little bit of my relationship with Max thus far, but we're going to see more of that as we go on and know more about our history. So, and you'll see me in flashbacks as well. So it was really neat to get, it was so complicated. It was just a huge challenge to learn Polish and to be this person, not only in the present, but in the past. And I thought, oh my God, I actually don't think they knew how good of a part they wrote.
I thought you were going to say, I don't think they knew how good of an actress they got here. Because, like...
Well, they do now.
Yeah.
Well, I asked you earlier, I cannot believe no one's seen Heartbreakers. It is, and I thought for sure that you did, Katherine, because you definitely channel Sigourney Weaver. It's crazy. She's a con artist, and she pretends to be this Russian, you know, beautiful woman for this old man.
Wow.
And then he dies, but she has to be, it's like amazing, but you are so channeling that.
Somehow in the writer's subconscious.
I think it
But
might
I
have
think
been.
it was also an easy fit for me because I sort of look a little Eastern European, a little Russian anyway, so that sort of makes sense. She was supposed to be Polish.
Right, Polish, sorry. And I'm
Polish.
Polish too, I should know.
Yeah, we look a little alike.
Yeah, well, we definitely look a little alike.
Well, we kind of do. When we have a long nose, and
Yeah,
you know, my
I
face
guess.
used to be a little bit rounder. I'm getting older. It's not quite as round, but I had, sort of similar features on the dyes.
Yeah, you know, okay, I guess maybe we're related, who knows.
Yeah. You never know how that family tree goes.
Let's go right to Ancestry.com.
But I love that you brought up Sally and Max, because it's a very interesting dichotomy. What do you guys think about these two so far?
I love it. I love your character and how you kind of, for a second, we all thought you were Maddie's mom. Because the love you can see with the first time at the picnic table, you guys had this chemistry of like, we're all here for each other. It felt like a family. So we were thinking it was a mother figure. And when we found out that you weren't, it was just kind of cool to see that like friend family vibe in your Sally character, considering you're this con artist and then you play a Polish woman. So I thought that the structure of the character was really interesting to kind of see it go up and down.
It's also interesting that you said that, like that scene on the boat that we had in the last scene. There was some of that quality in it, but it was something that was kind of suggested and created on the day. And it's really weird. It's like actors just can't see themselves. So it's great that you said that, because I kind of, like, I don't know where stuff comes from, but, like, subconsciously I wanted to have that warmth in my character towards her.
Oh, definitely.
And so I wanted to, like, continue to put that in, and it will pay off later. And so that was important to me. I was like, we're not, this is an opportunity to show that again, like on the boat last week. So I can't see it when I see myself.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm glad that it registered.
No, it
I
did.
really can't.
Completely.
I'm like, I don't know, that's just all right. I'm like, oh.
Well, I think warmth is a great way to put it, because when she was on the boat, you totally were warm about warning her, be careful with who you're starting to fall for, because I've been there before. So it was really great to see that support as a friend / kind of seems like a mother figure-esque, considering she doesn't really, we don't know what her family is at this point. So.
Not yet.
What are your feelings, Mina?
Oh, I was going to ask you, what parts of yourself in real life do you see in Sally?
Oh, a lot. A lot. I think I was born about 40, so I've had a few years of getting to act at my actual age, and now I'll be too old for myself soon. So I think that I've always been kind of a broad, and I feel like that's true about Sally. I do think I'm very warm,
Like a hustler kind of too. You're feminine, but you know how to work them because you used to be, in a way, Maddie, right?
Yeah, you mean in the story?
In the story.
She was asking about me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know. Okay. But I mean, I will say I've seen a lot of your other stuff. Like I just finished Devious Maids, and I mean, you're a bit of a hustler in that one too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Why do they always, write these parts for me?
I don't know. Are you a hustler?
Do you consider yourself super resourceful in real life?
I am super resourceful.
You kind of have to
There
be
you
as
go.
an actress, though, like getting different roles and being
Oh
a
my
go-getter.
God, it's impossible. It's so hard. It's so hard. I think people think it's so glamorous, and truthfully, it's just so hard. You just get your ass handed to you all day long. I think anybody that makes it, it's like, I don't even care if they suck. I mean, they just deserve it because they made it. You know what I mean? It's like,
I feel like,
good for you.
Yeah. If you
Like,
see
by
One
the
of us got through. Keep going.
I love this woman. She's so amazing. I mean, but by the time you get there, you're like, Jesus Christ, this has been such a hike. I've had so much crap happen. People say so many things. Most people will give up, honestly.
Yeah. I was thinking about that today, because have you seen La La Land?
No,
No.
and I have it in a screener, and I'm like kind of scared to watch it.
Yeah, I feel like it shows
so
the
bad.
Because
struggle.
people are going to be mad either way about what you think.
Yeah, I know. I have seen actually. I think I've seen every film except Lion and that, but I have those both to see.
I need to see Lion. I heard it was really amazing.
Yeah, I was listening. There was actually a true story on it about the true story.
Yeah.
On
I saw the
KPCC.
60-minute
Oh, I
special.
didn't see that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw that before I saw the movie. So.
But doing Imposters was one of those times where I just felt like really fully used, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed our director Adam Brooks did all the first 5.
Wow.
So you got into a groove with the guy, and they were cross-boarding them. So you could be doing something from 1 and something from 5 and something from 2 and so that's why I came to watch it with you. I'm like, I don't remember what happened in what episode.
Do you, or how do you feel watching yourself back on TV?
That I look old. That's all I think about. That's all I think about.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, God, I used to be so pretty.
No, you're ridiculous.
What are you talking about?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you're gorgeous and you look gorgeous on TV.
But
I can't
also,
see
in a way,
myself. I can't see myself. I
it's
can't
your
see
character,
myself.
though. Your character is supposed to look like this housekeeper now in this con.
I'll go for that. I'll always go for whatever's right for the character, whatever that is. If it's no makeup or hair that's going to be unflattering or whatever it is, I'll go for that. And I enjoy it. I actually really enjoy doing it, but I really think I have very little perspective on myself. Every now and then I'll see something, I'll be like, oh, all right, like that was all right, or that was really scary. I like to be scary.
Yeah.
It's fun
This
because you
character
get to
isn't
be
that.
yourself.
This character has so much warmth that she doesn't feel that scary. But I love actresses like Judi Dench and what's her name? Glenn
Glenn
Close.
Close.
Yeah.
Those ladies are scary. And that is some talent.
There's something about you that does remind me of Glenn Close, though.
I love Glenn Close.
I will say.
I love Glenn Close.
Like, if they
so
do a Fatal Attraction remake, I hope they cast you.
Yeah, me too.
Bunny
Me too.
Boiler over here.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we get to see, though, you have this fun interaction with Mr. Heller. You find all this money. Mm-hmm. And I know it's one of those things, it's kind of like a little Easter egg for us to find later, as is the money. Mm-hmm. But you're re-hiding it, and I keep on thinking, oh no, is she not hiding it right? Like, is he going to figure it out?
Well, last episode, when he came in the house, I was like, no, like, he's totally going to find out. But you were very swift of getting it back into the, like, under the ground. It worked out perfect.
Right.
God, poor Sally needs a lot of Xanax for that job.
Yeah, they keep amping that up. That's gonna keep playing. We're gonna
not
keep
fair
seeing
for
some
you.
of that.
Are you good at finding things in real life? Like,
Oh, yeah.
being a detective and snooping?
I kind of feel like don't bother lying to me. I can always tell when people are lying. I can smell everything and I can hear everything. So forget
Scary.
it.
I know, I'm like, oh, crap.
I'm a little hypervigilant. I had a rough childhood. They say that makes you people hypervigilant. Mm-hmm. Like you're like always like your senses are more attuned.
Probably makes you an amazing actor, too, though.
But I feel like
'cause
children,
you're crazy.
Yeah, children in general notice things like that other people don't. Like they know when someone is lying. They notice authenticity and inauthenticity, and they speak the truth. Which
And then
I
it
love.
just gets pushed out of us.
Yeah, as we grow older, we censor ourselves more and more, and then there reaches a point when you're really old where you're like, the hell with it, like, and then you revert back to childhood, like being super honest.
And then someone throws you in a nursing home and it's all over.
Well, I will
So
say,
depressing.
Sally definitely seemed unscathed when she was counting the money. She was just like, oh, whatever, I'm just going to count this. I'll just put it right back when I'm done.
But I did say last week that I thought that Mr. Heller, like, he had a gun, he was hiding these things, and then when his, like, quote-unquote buddy, not buddy, mentioned his ex and the pool boy, I'm like, he killed them. Like, maybe he killed them. And there is, you know, maybe there's other things hiding underneath the wooden boards besides money. I know that's a super crazy, because I watch a lot of weird things where I'm like, there's people buried under the ground, like, of your house.
Did you guys pick up, though, on what was happening with the convo with the doctor?
Well,
With-
that he
with
stole
Mr.
money from him. And
Yeah,
that
so Mr. Heller has been laundering the money from our cons.
So was you guys conning him? Did they know, like, they knew this to begin? That's why they're conning him.
But I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
See, what
I just know there's money.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, what I was... I actually
Remember
wrote,
last episode I was like, am I the only one that feels there's something wrong with this job? And Max is like, just do your job. Because Max is in touch with the doctor.
Oh. Well, that makes sense, because I when I heard that, I wrote down, like, so was the doctor taking back what's his? And I didn't know if that's what his, like, kind of overarching theme is. Like,
No,
if
I just
someone
think it's a
takes
regular mark. And I feel like I have to make up for myself why I think it's weird, but I think, you know, he's particularly unattractive. He's violent. He's not an easy mark. All these other kids have been easy marks. Like, why do we have this mistrusting, remember the mistrustful, mistrustful, you know, kind of violent, unattractive man, you know, for Maddie to be our mark. That, you know, so I think something's wrong. And then the more clues I find, the more I think there's something wrong. So I'm throwing out these breadcrumbs, as I'll continue to do. Am I the only one that thinks that? So I'm trying to put it together. And I'm seeing the money as, you know, an opportunity to get out, or, you know, it's like it's unclear what I'm going to do with it. You know, it's unclear what's going on. I'm looking at the money, but they don't know that I know about the money.
Right.
So is it within that circle, it's almost feeling like it's gravitating towards each man for himself. Was there ever trust between the three of you guys? Sally, Maddie, is that a strong bond, the three of you guys, or is it something that's more like
I think
individual?
it is,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I felt like a family when I saw them together, and they all are just looking out for each other.
As you go forward in the series too, you'll find out like how I got into doing this and working for the doctor, and how Max got into working for the doctor.
Right.
We'll find
And
everything out.
I was very grateful for the flashback that we got last week, that in a way, you know, Maddie is following in your footsteps.
Yeah. So I was the bait before, and now Maddie's the bait.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure that it is gonna get to, like, you having a special place in your heart for her because you once were her. And that kind of stuff happens. And I am a bit scared. I'm a bit scared for Maddie, and I'm a bit scared for, you know, that very sexy man that we have. We love him so much.
I know. Patrick, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, Patrick.
No, that's okay. I totally am like, no, I can see her starting to kind of like almost melt, like all of her who she used to be. It seems like it's like start slowly melting off with him, and then she steps out and it's like, oh, never mind. It's like you see like a candle melting.
She's
and
really
then
good,
it blows out.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh, she's amazing.
I know, she's really good.
It's just, and I was talking about this earlier, how each of the characters are so charming, and Maddie's character in particular is so charming because you can see how she just like can completely mold to each person, so you can't help but like not love her. And we were just talking about that. We're like, man,
She's a chameleon.
every guy loves her, and I'm even watching this like, wow, she's so good.
Yeah, but we still don't know the real Maddie, and I
Yeah.
think the real Maddie will come out with Patrick specifically.
Well, they're going back now. You know, they're going to look up her past, so
Yeah.
we'll learn more.
I want to know how the doctor got the picture of Maddie, because there's no way it was from
He knows everything.
All.
from Uma Thurman.
He's omniscient. Actually, it was,
was before
Adriana from Satisfaction sent it to him.
That reference just went like
It was
right
my
over.
last show where I was like this omniscient
I love
character. I
that
always
show.
knew everything.
Oh god.
Back in, we don't even know how, you know?
It just happened.
I always knew everything about everything.
Yeah, it was just like A in Pretty Little Liars. You never know, but they just sit there.
They
and
know
watch
everything.
things. They
That's
know
the magic.
all.
TV logic. TV
Yes.
logic.
And especially if you're bald, I think it helps.
Always.
It's like if you have
Any
no hair,
movie like X-Men, the Professor X.
you know more because the hair is gone, so it's actually in your head. That's what I think.
That's so funny. A lot of wise characters either
Or
are
villains.
bald or they have a
Lex
really
Luthor.
long beard, like Dumbledore. Or like
Yes.
Gandalf.
I mean, if you're a smart
or the
girl,
other.
you have dark hair and you wear glasses. If you have dark hair and glasses, you're the smart girl.
True.
Well, and
What if you're blonde and wear glasses?
yeah, what does that make you?
That's right.
Makes
I'm
you
Alice? Well, that
I'm a
gives us glasses.
CNN, what do you call it? Those people that talking head.
I mean, you could be. You honestly could be. It's a true story. But with, I'm sorry, we're being so goofy tonight, guys, but we love having Katherine because she's honestly, I feel like we're in my living room and we're just, like, shooting the shit.
Yeah.
I love to talk about TV shows.
Yeah,
Me
it's
too.
amazing.
It's one of my favorite things. But
That's why we're all here.
I
Love
know.
it.
I know.
I know. It's amazing.
I'm really loving the, like, Maddie and how we are now, because the first episode, we're like, oh, she's pretty, because we all get defensive, because we're like,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
she's pretty, but she's not that pretty. How could she con all these guys? I honestly felt like we all felt that, because, I don't know, we're girls, and we're like, what can she do that we can't do? But then we see what she can do, and she researches these guys and does the things that, like, are their Achilles heels.
Yeah.
And then when we see, you know, the men, Ezra and Richie, of course, then with Ava together, which is the new Dream Team. Last week, I thought I was introduced to the original Dream Team with Ezra and Richie. But now, Ava, last week I was like, oh, come on, you can't add another one to the mix. No, it's what they needed.
No, it's amazing. I wrote down, she's the voice of reason. She's kind of just like, they kind of will bicker back and forth, and she lays down the line, like, we need to get this done, so let's just move on. Just how she threw the bowling ball right through his car door.
It's like the odd couple plus one.
Yeah.
Those two guys is the odd couple. Oh my god, they crack me up.
They're amazing together.
Parker Young cracks me up. He cracks me up.
So cute.
And this last time we go, Federal Bureau of Investigation. And the guy was in the pilot, and he was like, Rob's like, did you say Burrow? I'm like, I don't know. I laugh so hard.
I'm, like, just such a sucker for the, like, that's my high school type. Like, for me, I was like, that's the guy I'm going to
Perfect.
marry. Yeah.
Well, Well, clearly that's what he was. He was the heartthrob of his high school, and he played football, and then he was the face of the dealership.
And I love how we see Alice now as he saw her. How cool is that? And reminds me of Orphan Black. I don't know if you guys watched.
I never saw Orphan Black. I was told I should watch that. Should I binge watch that?
Absolutely. I couldn't recommend it more.
Okay.
Tatiana Malsani, who won an Emmy this year, she plays all these different characters, but she's a different person all the time. So
that's cool.
Alice, and like she's so blonde, and she like just fit in it so perfectly, and he like needed. It's like she was his coach, like a coach in high school, right?
Yeah, that's so true because he probably had only been taught things through coaches, through football, through all of that, and then she kind of was like that, almost like cheerleader actually, like you can do this, you can do that, and he needed that.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, so was that a flashback or a dream?
That was a dream.
That was a dream?
That was just a dream.
Because I thought it was a flashback, but I didn't, at first I didn't know what it was.
Well, I feel like it was a mixture of
She's probably said similar things to him in the past, and or he's envisioning like another.
Well, because when they walked in, he was like kind of posing, like as if he was imagining it in real life. So I was thinking maybe it was, I don't know, he was just imagining it in the living room.
I don't know what he's smoking, but he needs to just relax.
I'm in love with him. He's adorable.
He is great.
Thank you. I said something super creepy about him last week, and so I feel better now.
Really?
Well, I don't even remember what I said. But
what did you say? I can't remember.
It was weird. It was like I made a pun. And
he probably gets it a lot, though.
It was about, like, having sex with him or something. It was.
I actually love every single guy on the show. I'm in love with all of them. That Rob Heaps is so sweet.
And he's British.
He's so cute. And then I love Brian Ben Ben to death.
Has he ever kissed your hand?
No, he has not kissed my hand. I have kissed Brian Ben Ben in the show, who I adore. And then who else? And Adam Corson, the brother. Oh my God, how funny is he?
I think we're going to be getting him later in the season, too.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Oh, what a little jerk, though.
Yeah.
He's so
His character, we were like, no, not okay. Totally older brother syndrome.
And
where he
then,
thinks he can
how funny's the dad?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was so funny. I know he was supposed to be tough, but I was just laughing the whole time.
Well,
I love the storytelling.
I do, too. And what we learned this episode is that Ezra is the only one that seems to have been blackmailed.
Yeah, that was weird. So, because I was thinking they're only punishing people that deserve it. And
well, no, but I'm saying because Maddie...
Yeah, and blackmailing them at the end.
In the freezer, like the files she left. But none of the other two got left, like, if you try to find me, I'll do this to you. It was only Ezra.
You don't think? Or maybe they're not telling?
I thought that they weren't telling because I thought they were trying to push off the issue as if it didn't happen to them, and then he kept trying to pull it out of them, and then they changed the subject.
I'm so naive.
But that was my take on it. I mean...
No, my take was very similar to yours. I thought for sure, like, no, it only happened to Ezra, not the other two. Oh. And I really want to know what Ava's story is.
I love her. Like, I am obsessed.
I feel like her and Ezra have chemistry.
I think they're going to hook up. No, I actually think they're going to hook up.
I felt chemistry, but maybe it's one-sided on Ezra's end.
Because here's my thing. It's like we're telling this story of all of these people that are kind of bad, but we're supposed to feel bad for them. Mm-hmm. And so I think each person needs to find somebody. So we see Maddie hopefully finding love, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know who Richie's going to be with. We still have TBD
One
on
of
that.
us.
New character.
Yeah.
New character.
But Ezra, I don't want Ezra with that Gabby chick. She scares the hell out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Richie will get with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Isn't
it interesting how...
Stalker.
A little too much. Too much.
Did Maddie change her name to Ava after dating Ava and then becoming Ava for...
I thought her name was Eva. Was it not? Did I miss that?
I thought it was Ava with an E and then...
Kind of teetering the line. It's like, just change it all together.
Take on a new name of the person she was lost.
Yeah, she must have been influenced.
Wait, what's Marion Rendon's name in the show?
It's Ava, I think, right?
No, Ava is Maddie's character when she was with Rob Heaps.
Oh, right. No, her character on the show
isn't it Jules? It's Jules.
Oh, it is Jules.
Yeah, it's Jules.
Okay,
yeah, it's Jules.
I had a momentary mix-up. Jules.
No, but honestly, they do kind of look alike. I do see them. And
do they?
I think they do. I don't know. I think they do, but I think that Maddie definitely has like a softer kind of look, and I don't know, Jules. I'm Jewish, so, you know, I'm like, and I love that the scene with her therapist.
That was so funny.
So funny. How much fun for her, too, to have done that. Like, talking about how she was hearing, and it's like hearing from her guides that, like, she just needs to let it go. I love that because I'm a bit of a weirdo, and I have definitely had conversations like that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm, like, half kidding.
Half kidding.
Okay, this is what happened.
Right,
we digress.
Hey, just like she said, never backwards, always forward, Sam.
Forward.
Yes, which is how they, like, put all these things together. You know, it's a big puzzle on how to find her. But again, when they find her, what are they going to do? Kill her? Try to, like, hump her? What's going to happen?
What are they going to do?
I know. I mean, I feel like half of them are still in love with her, and so...
I think all of them are.
Yeah,
what
that's true.
thought was really interesting about my character, which I don't usually talk about my character that much, but and I think a lot of the characters in general is that they were sympathetic. It's like, I thought it's so interesting to be playing a con artist character that you just have so much feeling for.
Yeah.
You know, that it's such, I feel like Sally is written as such a sympathetic character.
No, definitely.
Yeah, and you don't really even you're not really feeling like Maddie's a sympathetic character. It's almost like all the characters are sympathetic. It's really complicated.
You almost feel like you're growing attachment through them the more you see, because you see kind of the struggles that they're going through and everything they've been through to get them to where they are
They're
today.
like real people with a bad job.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of a fun
I
job
like that
sometimes.
it's not just black and white and that they're creating these super multi-dimensional characters, because it's so easy to write someone off as the villain or, you know, good or bad immediately. And I like that they're adding a bit more color to each person.
Well, I think we had mentioned something about that, how we couldn't tell who the bad people were against who was good, because technically we didn't know if Ezra's family was necessarily had done something bad that deserved it. You know, like they needed the vengeance.
Something's going to come out.
Of course.
Right.
So it's just interesting to know that we don't even really know who the real bad guy
Yeah,
is.
because the show's
But how do you feel about
Imposters, so
Uma
they're all-
Thurman?
She's definitely bad.
Pretty
I
bad.
love her. I love her. She really channeled that Kill Bill personality in this episode completely.
And
I'm
she
so
killed it.
excited.
I hadn't seen her yet. Wait, did I see any? No, I ended up working with her, but I hadn't seen any of what she did, so it was great to see.
Yeah, I think there's definitely fire and spice. She's definitely putting that in this next episode that we're gonna see.
When I was
she's
younger,
great.
I used to be like, have you guys ever seen Kill Bill? And I just like be like that, and they'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I remember when I first saw Kill Bill, I was in 6th grade, and I felt like such a badass for seeing a rated R movie.
I would just walk around trying to like be like her, and she does not look much different, and she's still as badass, and to see a character that she's playing on TV that's so much like her character in Kill Bill is a complete dream come true. I will just say.
It's totally fun, right?
It fits her so well.
Yeah, she kills it. She kills it.
And I mean, I'm sure, like, you know, you're an actress, you've had so much success, right? And someone gives you a role, and they're like, hey, want to revisit this kind of character for a minute? Why not, right?
I think I know she's friends with Adam, the director, creator, writer, and I think that they had worked together before, and she saw the pilot, and she loved the pilot, and said she wanted to be a part of it, so we were
That's so
really lucky.
exciting.
Yeah, it was, like, kind of super exciting. Because
No,
she's so
it's
wonderful,
amazing. Yeah.
And it's, I mean, they didn't even tease it that much. Like, they teased it last episode,
Yeah.
but this it's a big freaking deal.
I know.
Yeah.
She doesn't do a lot of TV.
Yeah, not at all. I'm Jewish, but I went to church at Christmas Eve once in New York, and she was there. And I was just floored. I was like, this is meant to be. I'm meant to be a killer. Like,
Okay.
oh, I was just like, watched it like way too young, and I was like, yes. But I love her. I will just say I'm a crazy person. But yes, I'm in love with Uma Thurman, and I cannot wait to see what happens, especially with her and Max. And this whole thing, because Max seems to be a little bit like not like you as Sally are playing by your own rules, but you don't seem to be throwing anyone under the bus quite yet. But I do feel like Max does. I'm not too sure.
You might be onto something. You might be onto something.
She's not giving us anything. She's not
No,
giving us any
you
spoilers.
guys-
The face is so...
I got him. I can just read her
Cryptic.
mind. No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know exactly where Max ends up at the end of the season. You know, I don't know everything, so I'm excited to see myself.
Well, let's ask some more questions. Like, we
Okay.
kind of recap the show, but I still want to know more about, like, first of all, do you have any other projects coming up? Like, what's going on in the life of you?
I'm still trying to hawk this movie. We're actually having a screening tomorrow night at the West Hollywood City Council Chambers. The mayor is honoring the movie that I produced.
What's
and
it
acted,
called?
Called Love Is All You Need.
Oh my god.
And it's available on iTunes. It's called
That's awesome.
it's called Love Is All You Need with a question mark.
Okay.
It's on iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play, and it's just a wonderful. It's like I like to say it's an anti-bullying movie that doesn't suck. If I'm gonna be just totally honest,
Yeah.
It's was really well cast. It has Elizabeth Rome in it, and Jeremy Sisto, Brianna Evigan, and Tyler Blackburn's in it. Emily
him.
Osment. It's just very beautifully done, and it's really interesting. It's told in this upside down world where it's normal to be gay and abnormal to be straight. So they sort of create this counter world. So these kids are getting bullied for being heterosexual. So it's really easy to watch. It's like if there's a bigoted person, you're not asking them to watch a gay love story. But there's something very powerful. It's all just very subtle. She doesn't sort of like, it's not like, oh, here's the gay family and it's going to be, it's just, she just sort of subtly puts you into this different world, but then you end up in the shoes of the kids that are being bullied, and it's all based on real events, and all the online bullying that goes on is actual online bullying that happened before kids try to kill themselves and stuff. And it's a difficult movie, but it's a beautiful movie. And, my husband and my son, went and saw it and cried, and, it's just very moving and just so meaningful. And it's just,
I'm
just
gonna
couldn't be
watch
prouder
it.
of it. Yeah, please do watch it. Please, we came and did an AFTERBUZZ one time on it. Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Guys, check out that AFTERBUZZ. We will retweet it out so you guys can
Love
also
Is
see
All
that
You Need.
AFTERBUZZ.
The movie. Yeah.
Wow, that just gave me chills. That's
I know.
amazing.
Just even
I
hearing
like
the
that
recap.
theme though, like the minority becoming the majority and
Uh-huh.
questioning like social norms in society.
Yeah, and as I say again, it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
It's because when I read it, I thought, these movies are often just so heavy-handed, and they don't really have compassion for the other side, like Christians that think it's wrong to be gay or stuff like that, and all that gets addressed in the movie. So it was quite deftly done, but the casting director that did it, that company has done a lot of wonderful independent movies, including like Silver Linings Playbook.
I
And
love that movie.
that's so
good
beautifully
movie.
cast, and so I knew that Office only casts really terrific projects and has great actors always in their things. So I thought, well, they'll be great actors. So let's see what happens after that. And I was so happy with the way that it came out. So
That's
So
exciting.
exciting.
Congratulations.
Yes.
We can't wait to check it out. Let's get into some predictions real quick for next
okay,
week.
yeah, let's get into the predictions.
I don't know if you can give us any,
Your
but
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
wink twice, okay?
Right now,
Well, just if we're right. If we're right.
I'm just gonna flutter my eyes the whole time.
Before I make a prediction, I do want to ask one more question because
Okay.
I think it'll help me.
Okay.
Has the director ever given you any information about your character that he hasn't given anyone else? Like, has he ever pulled you aside and been like, "This is what you need to know about this specific scenario"? Because sometimes directors do that.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Just curious.
It was just all out.
I'm like, I hope he's not watching. I guess I did.
J.K. Rowling did that with Snape, Alan Rickman.
Oh,
she
really?
she kind of told him, like, a little bit more information than she told the other characters. About
Also, they
his
could have read
character.
the book, I mean.
It's true. No, but I think
I have a funny
that was
feeling
before
Alan
those
Rickman
books.
read the book.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
before
so.
the final books had come out, so that was
Okay.
kind of an earlier movie.
That makes
So he
sense.
could keep it in mind.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I make up a lot of stuff. And even if the director tells me something differently about, like, my story, it's like you have to fill in the blanks for yourself before you get there. And, Michael Caine said in his book, a well-oiled plan is easier to change than no plan at all. So,
Right.
I have to create something for myself to go. And then if he
Yeah.
says, oh, I think it was this, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I can, do that. But you
Yeah.
have to start with something.
Yeah.
So I don't think he told me anything too specific.
Okay.
He knew you would do it on your own.
Yeah, figure it out.
He's like, I don't even need to tell her. Her mind's just gonna keep on going with this one.
Keep on going.
I love it. I guess my prediction, let's see. I have a feeling that we're going to see way more of Sally's character and coming out to be more of the mother-esque type in the situation with Maddie, because we're seeing her really start to unravel her feelings for Patrick, and that's kind of where she's freaking out. So maybe they're going to have a one-on-one conversation, and Maddie's actually going to admit to liking this guy. So there may be like a one-on-one moment where it feels like a truth be told, and then maybe Sally might just like throw that information to Max, and then it kind of trickles down. But that's maybe that's like behind the scenes of what's happening with Uma Thurman's character right now, because clearly she comes in with a knife.
Maddie and Sally will have a very meaningful one-on-one moment.
Oh, all right, I love it. I love it. I'm excited.
It's confirmed. Okay.
All right.
Wait, was that a
I didn't say it was that one. No, it's not that one-on-one moment necessarily.
It's happening. So maybe
I
my
didn't say it was
prediction.
exactly that one-on-one
No,
moment, but
yeah.
they are
We are-
definitely having
I
a
will say
one-on-one
something
moment that is
about,
meaningful.
Yes, AfterBuzz, we are very good at being psychic. We can predict future in television, at least for me. I'm like,
I have to do like a tea leaf reading right now.
yeah,
with your-
I'm like, okay, what's going to happen in this future of this television show? And I feel very Jules right now, actually.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I actually do see a life coach where she may or may not read my tea leaves.
Oh, all right.
She didn't read her tea leaves, though. She was just talking about craziness. Okay, but
My turn?
yes, your turn.
Okay, well, obviously we've seen like a snippet of what's gonna happen in next episode. We find
Yes.
out that Mr. Heller and how am I blanking right now on the
Maddie.
on the other-
Saffron, Maddie.
Saffron.
No, not Saffron. Her other love interest. Her
I
real
like
love.
Patrick.
Patrick.
So he runs into Patrick, and that she gets caught in this triangle where he discovers that. So that's definitely going to complicate things. And I think she's going to have to be really cautious with her relationship with Patrick, because obviously we see Uma Thurman come in. I'm giving you the parts that you've already seen in the spoilers, but to expand upon that, I think,
You're playing it safe.
you know,
Give me some real prediction here. Come on.
I think that
Come
Out
on,
of the
Anne
box.
Hathaway.
Get out of the box.
Come on, Anne Hathaway.
Maddie is.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you. Before the makeover in Princess Diaries, or after? Post makeover or pre makeover? Because I never know if it's a compliment or like an insult compliment.
Did she really look that bad before the makeover?
With the huge hair.
Oh, she had
and the
huge hair?
glasses
Oh, I don't
and
know.
the-
Your hair is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. I used to get that all the time in high school 10 years ago. That's really
Well,
think
you're
it's a
like,
compliment.
she turned out to be a princess, so screw you.
Yeah.
cool.
True.
So I think that Maddie is gonna choose love over her job eventually, like towards the end of the season. She is also, she's gonna choose Phil, but I think there's gonna be not Phil,
Patrick?
but
It's
I
really
think
weird.
I
We
think
can
we're
never
gonna find.
remember his name.
Yeah, we're gonna find out like maybe some darkness to Patrick's character, because there's something about him that's very stoic and secretive, and he's not an open book like the main protagonist of Imposters. I'm
Ezra.
blanking on so many names right now. Yeah, he's not like Ezra, who's an open book. He's very stoic, and I think that's exactly why Maddie is attracted to someone
Because
like
he's
that.
a secret.
Yeah, he's a secret. He's hard to figure out. He's not easily.
He's like an onion.
He
You just
can't.
gotta peel him back.
Yeah, he can't. That's a Bachelor reference. There was one of the
That is a
contestants
Bachelor reference,
that
yeah.
totally went into
Also, a Los
the
Angeles
onion
reference. People say New York's a big apple and LA is an onion.
Oh, I
Really?
did not know that.
I thought LA was high school.
Yeah.
Oh.
that too. So many different clicks.
Well, listen, guys, I'm a little bit worried about Sally. I think Sally knows too much.
Yeah.
And, she doesn't have enough places to stick that money. She, is going to run, but she's also going to try to help Maddie because she was Maddie. And she feels worried for her, and she's probably going to be like, the doctor
That would make sense.
is coming, and Lenny Cohen is coming. Run, run.
Well, that would make sense
I
because
think-
this is the first time she's probably seen clarity of this is money that no one else knows about, like you had mentioned earlier. So this is her one time to actually be able to get away with something and like actually obtain it rather than just like taking money from the doctor because he would clearly know. But this is secret, so she'd be able to take it. I love that prediction. prediction.
But I still think that you're gonna get in hot water with the doctor because nothing gets past the doctor, not even Sally. Yeah.
He's scary.
I also think the doctor's Lex Luthor. Just saying, you know.
Also, I wonder if your character comes into contact with Uma Thurman's character because that would be really interesting.
Oh man, I would definitely vote for you, but I think
For Homecoming Queen.
yeah,
Of the whole show.
I think
That's it.
that she would kick your ass. Unfortunately, you know.
No, actually, I don't think so.
I think that Sally's
think-
got some fight in her.
I think that Uma Thurman's character seems more like badass in a physical way. I think yours is more like stealthy in a mental way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You will find out how much fight I have.
I believe it.
You will find out exactly how much fight I have or
Yeah.
don't have.
I feel like it's
Well, that is an amazing thing to leave us on, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love everyone that watches here. For one more time, where can they find you on social media, Katherine?
Lady LaNassa on Instagram and Twitter.
And of course, don't forget to see the film.
Yeah, Love Is All You Need, ? iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm Ally Nasta. You can find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at Ally Girl. And if you guys are interested in any other AfterBuzz shows, please make sure that you tune in on Mondays and watch Beyond at 10 o'clock.
And you can find me on Mina Makes Magic on Twitter and Instagram.
And you guys can find me, Sam Davidson, SamDavidsonEntertainment.com, Twitter and Instagram at SamD43, and check out Riverdale on Thursdays at 10 p.m. Lots of fun. We'll see you next week, and thank you so much, Katherine.
Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.